Welcome to IVF Baby Hope. My name is Marissa, and if you're new to the channel, welcome and thank you for joining. If you're returning, wow, it's been a wild last couple of months. I have some pretty big updates, and today is my 40th birthday. Oh yes, I did put my party hat on just for, to make me feel like I'm celebrating. So anyways, yes, turning 40, but I'm really 30, and I'm pretty sure, a visitor at my front door, so I'm gonna have to come back in a minute. Well, that was a nice little surprise. I've been getting some really nice, thoughtful surprises today, so I'm very blessed and thankful for everybody. Okay, well, all right, so for the updates. I believe the last time I updated, I was 8 weeks, and that was a pretty big second milestone because that was the second time we saw the heartbeat, and that was really special. So in between, I had a 10-day gap from when my next appointment would be with my doctor to do another ultrasound, and during that time, I was having a hard time waiting because that's what happens when you have PTSD and you just think the world is doomed. No, I'm just kidding. But no, really, it really makes you have just like super anxiety waiting for the next appointments. So I did something that I actually did with my son Caden 8 years ago. I went to a private ultrasound place where they do like these heartbeat bears where you get to see your baby, but also you get to record the heartbeat and put it in a stuffed animal. And so I went to I actually had scheduled this appointment for Saturday, and then I asked them, I think I have another visitor, this is crazy. Let me see if they knock again. Okay. So I ended up asking them if they could move it up a little bit earlier, and the lady that was there was like, we have an evening appointment like at 8 o'clock. And I was like, okay, sure. So it was on Thursday. It was on a Thursday, and we all got to go. So my husband, my son, and myself, and we got there, and first I went in by myself, and I was really emotional. I just remember being at that place with my son Caden also, and it was just really emotional. I'm gonna get emotional right now. I'm sorry. Just thinking about it makes me want to cry. But I literally started breaking down in tears, and I told the ultrasound tech, I said, I'm so sorry. I go, this is just really, I guess this is really tough because this is a big milestone. I said, I did this with my son. I did a heartbeat bear. I said, but it's a big milestone because of what I've gone through. And she was like sharing with me her story, and it was just really sweet, and just really sweet. And so she started the ultrasound, and right away you could see like the baby had grown a lot, and also that there was obviously a heartbeat, and it was like 165 beats per minute, and everything was healthy and measuring really good. And I was just like, it's just like really emotional. So obviously I'm emotional right now because it was just bringing me back to that moment. And then the ultrasound tech was like, do you want to bring in your son and your husband? And I'm like, sure. So they got to come in, and there's like these big screens, and they got to see everything, and it was just really special. And it was just really special. So my son picked out the little bear. I'm gonna grab it because I went, oh, it's actually a puppy. The last one I had for Caden was a bear, but Caden picked a puppy. And go figure, we have a new puppy too who's been driving me absolutely nuts, which that's a whole nother YouTube channel, which I'm sure there's YouTube channels dedicated to crazy puppies. So anyways, this is my heartbeat puppy, and you can hear it maybe, and let's see. So, oh, it was such a relief. I was like leaving that place going, this is just surreal. It really was. All of it was just, oh, absolutely surreal. And I knew that on Monday, which was like 4 days later, that I would be 10 weeks and I would have my final appointment with my doctor at the IVF clinic. And so that kind of got me through the weekend, and I was just, I was definitely like just in a surreal place. I was like, wow, I'm just like, this is real. This is really happening. And so then on Monday, which was yesterday, I went to my doctor's appointment at the clinic, IVF clinic, and he did the ultrasound, and everything was measuring ahead, and also heartbeat. Everything was really good, and he, we talked about like the medications I'm taking, and so I was able to stop the extra hormones like progesterone and estrogen. Like they do that just to make sure that along in the early phase of pregnancy that you have enough. And so he's like, okay, everything, the placenta now is making all the hormones you need. And the only medication that I asked to continue taking was the Levinox. And the Levinox is the blood thinner. And even though even though he's calling it empirical, meaning he doesn't have proof to prescribe that to me, like I don't have a medical condition, even though I had those blood tests that came back high for a blood protein, which I'm going to follow up on and kind of investigate that further. But my doctor at the IVF clinic that's not his area, and however, it's definitely something to look into because there's been so much unexplained losses in the past. So the bottom line is, I just asked him if I could continue taking it, and that I would request to continue taking it when I transferred to my other doctor, to my general OB. And he was like absolutely very supportive, and I was just so relieved because it's just like an unknown. You just don't know. And I thought, well, this is the first time that I've come this far. Just if you haven't watched any of my other videos, all my losses were in about 5 to 6 week mark. So I wasn't making it past 5 to 6 weeks. And there were six times. So I've been pregnant 8 times total, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, so anyways, I graduated from my IVF clinic, and I was able to schedule my 12-week appointment with my doctor. And the cool thing is the doctor that I'm going to was the one who delivered my son. So it's full circle going back. And that was 8 years ago, which is like, wow. So kind of like along like the last month has been pretty rough. I had really bad nausea and really bad tiredness, and I just felt exhausted. And on top of that, we have a new puppy. His name is Henry, and he's just a puppy. It's just a lot of work, more than I even ever had imagined. And it's potty training and just containing him from digging holes everywhere. I mean, just everything. Eating the furniture. It's been rough. So things have we've had some solutions put in place to try to, kind of distress everything. But in general, I'm starting to feel better. Like I'm getting to that point where the hormones are starting to kind of like level off, and I'm getting, I'm in my 3rd month now. So it's just getting better. So anyways, that is my big update. And I just want to thank everyone again for your support and for your prayers and everything along the way, because honestly, it's just been a really long road, and to be here today and to be, it's just, I'm super grateful, and I'm very happy that I can announce this, because I was going to announce either way, whatever way it went, I was going to share and be open with everyone about everything, but I'm very blessed that it is going the way that I was hoping, and everyone has also been supporting and following. So, anyways, well, I think that's it for this time. I'm going to, I'm going to do a video on, I bought this sneak peek gender reveal, and I'm going to do a review on it. It's going to be a separate video just for that. And it's this product now. There's like people who say if you do it right, it will be right. And there's people who are like, oh, it's bogus. So I am going to do this test. It will reveal the gender. And then also, when I was at my doctor's, we did an NIPT test or a NIPT test. And a lot of women had been talking about that on these support groups. And I ended up doing it, and it actually reveals the gender at 100%. So I'll get that back in 7 days. And I'm going to do, I'll probably do something fun and try to be creative with the gender reveal, So yeah, so that will be my next update, and yay! Happy birthday! Actually, yeah, I was to say, this is like the best birthday gift ever. So the big 40, who would have thunk? Like, I don't know. It's crazy. All right, much love to you guys. Thank you. Bye.